As a small biz pro, so we grow using procurement, program, and control. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah, I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah, I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is the Business Zone with
Crystal
and Gilbert Buchanan, your small business paramedic. And today we've got a fantastic show for you. Crystal, how are you doing?
Yes, I'm good. I am so happy this is Friday. I feel like I've been under siege all week long. I'm just very happy that the day has come that it's Friday. This is how I used to.
Is that why we got that little icon of that alien on the screen?
Yeah, they're glad that it's Halloween and it's Friday too. It's been back to back, even today. And usually I'm going to have to block out my Fridays because it's not on my calendar. And I look up and I got 3 appointments on a Friday. No, I can't have appointments on a
You can't do that.
I am rushing all over the place and trying to get stuff done. And it's like, oh no, we can't do it this way. So I'm going to just max out all of those and make sure nobody chooses, have that selection. I had to do a wave training this morning. And I had to do then I had another client in between, and then just phone calling and things like that. I got a call this first thing this morning that my cousin's son was killed on the highway last night.
What?
So that was like
where was that?
They're in Georgia. And so I had to go get details of that, and that's just horrible. He's 21 years old.
Man.
So
just started life.
Started
life. Has he been dating? Has he been dating yet?
I don't even think he even did that. I don't even think
so he doesn't even know what dating is, huh?
He don't even know what dating is. He's
gonna have to wait until he goes to heaven to
at least in heaven it'll be beautiful.
He'll be surrounded by angels.
All right. But that was unexpected this morning.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear, co-host. My condolences.
Thank you very much. I gotta do that tonight, and later on today. Well, it's just been a busy week. How's yours been?
Oh man, mine has been crazy too. We have this grant from the city of Los Angeles. City is giving $5,000 to 5,000 businesses. So that has been pretty busy for us. We sent it to a little under 100 businesses, and man, folks been calling because we're offering to help them prepare their business so that they can apply for these grants. So it's just phenomenal. So unbelievable, man, unbelievable. So that plus we got all kinds of reports. The Los Angeles Urban League had a conference in Washington this week, where all the other Urban League affiliates come together and talk about issues, programs, opportunities, and we learned that there is a lot of money coming down the pike, at least $6 to $5 billion for small businesses, and they're going to put a lot of that towards internet services, broadband and internet service for small businesses, because they're saying small businesses really don't have much access to opportunities. So this is going to be a good way to start strengthening the infrastructure of those businesses. Plus, they have another amount, which I'll probably talk about later on, but there's another large amount that they have slated for small businesses, which is so phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Yeah. Grants, not loans.
Oh, grants. These are grants,
Okay, and loans ain't gonna cut it.
Oh yeah, our small businesses don't really want any loans or anything like that. Well,
they can't afford it because they don't have enough revenue coming in for them to be able to absorb any more expenses,
Exactly.
that we got to work on helping them be able to increase their revenue streams so that they can
Right.
make more money in their businesses. That's what I
Right.
just got off with a client, and I was helping them, put their books, get their books in
In
order,
order.
making sure everything is applied to the right line items and the chart of accounts and things like that.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
then I let her know, it's like, okay, so here, you told me you want to make more money in next year. So we got to go back and look at your price list, and we're going to have to make some increases. And so
Right.
we just have to, so take a look at it this weekend. But that's
Right.
what's going to happen. Now, for your loyalty customers, then
Mhm.
we're going to create a discount for them, but they gotta do their job too. So
Right. Right.
so everybody should be thinking that we're in November,
Right. Right.
just
Right.
about. And so next year we should be putting prices in place that is going to help us reach our goals. And
Mhm.
if we have a number that we want to make next year, then we have to back into that number. But
Right.
ultimately, in order to break into back into that number, we have to go back, analyze all our data, see how much we sold. We got to step up our game, man. We got to
Yeah.
step
Yeah.
up the game. So
And our next guest who is going to be on this show today, she's a small business owner. She will be looking at doing stuff like that too. And I think your advice and coaching will be able to help guide her as well, as in terms of her pricing, in terms of opportunities, and the bookkeeping and accounting aspect of her business as well. So when we get her on in about 10, 15 minutes, I'm sure she'll be able to share with us what she's been doing in her business to acknowledge and recognize those things that you just talked about, Crystal. Because a lot of small businesses, they don't think of end of year planning and programming and what they need to do, and how to acquire more customers or how to get some more customers before the year is over.
right. So this
So
is the
this is
time
good.
to do that, because you can use this holiday time sending out holiday e-blasts and things like that to acknowledge that you're excited about 2022. You got some new products, some new whatever, some about to come down the pike, and so get ready,
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff. So I talked about that. I've been doing workshops. I did so many workshops yesterday that by the time I got to my last workshop, I was completely, I did, I went online to
Did-
the Zoom call, and I'm working for the New Women's Business Center, right? And so I clicked the link, and so the young lady that was that's producing it, hosting, she came, she goes, "Why are you on this side? I was supposed to be on the panelist side. I don't know where I am, how I got there, where I'm supposed to be." She says, "Go out and come back." So then I had to go back into another link. It was right. Then she's like, "You're not sharing." Okay.
See, that's what happened to us, man. When we gotta do so many things, we gotta multitask and try to get all these things done. So by the time we get on, we're going, okay, hi SBA, and oh no, this is not the SBA. This is a Women's Business Center. Oh, this is a business center. Welcome to the business center.
You don't know whether you're coming or going. I just told her,
Exactly.
I said, just bear with me. I'll get my bearings in a few minutes. And then, and thank God you do have PowerPoints and stuff, but you try not to read from the PowerPoint. But some days, like, oh Lord, I'm just reading from the PowerPoint today, man.
I know. That's like the cardinal sin. You're doing a presentation and you're reading it. Like people go, "What the heck? Does she know her material?"
Right, exactly. And you're like, "Oh Lordy have mercy." It's like, okay. Then you throw them off guard and you do a little bit of something else, and then they're like, "Oh, okay." So she's got some tricks, and she got some tricks up her sleeve.
For those of you guys who are just tuning in today, this is the Business Zone with Crystal and Gilbert. We're on every Friday from 3 to 4, and sometimes until 4:30, depending on how exciting the show is. So we'll take it over a little bit. So
yeah. So hope you guys had a good week, and we're glad to have you. go on over. You can check us out also on YouTube. If you go over to YouTube, you can hit the subscribe button so you get notification that you're, hey, Linda Patterson, I've been wanting you on this show for a while, my sister. When we going to make that happen?
Hey, Linda Patterson, how are you doing? Welcome to the Business Zone.
So, yeah, so you can go over there, hit the button, and then you'll know exactly when we are on and what time we're on. And we want to invite you to the family, to the Business Zone family. We're really excited to share all of our collective knowledge. Gilbert and I have so much knowledge between the two of us. We're not even going to give it any years. Just know that we got a lot.
A lot. We got these many years.
These many. We got these many. But you want to tap in, because this is where the conversations is to help you take your business to the next level.
And they want to hit that subscribe button too, right, Crystal?
Yeah, they want to hit that subscribe button, because we give you some amazing resources and tips and guidance and coaching and consulting to really help you really help your business. We love what we do. So go on over to our YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button, and join the Business Zone family. So, Gilbert, yesterday we had the city attorney, Mike Ferrer, who's a candidate for mayor. He was on the community briefing yesterday.
All righty then.
And
I love that.
it was quite interesting. Everybody was asking, the primary questions were about homelessness, affordable housing, and as mayor, is he going to make it easier and simpler for small businesses to do business in this city? So we also talked about resources that are available for the community. So we'll see. And hopefully next week we're going to have Karen Bass, so that we have, those are the other, there's many candidates, but those are the two major hitters.
So what did he say about small business? Did he have any plans for small business?
Yes, he did. He says he does. He was one of the ones that when he was a city councilman, he was the one that put in place the legislation where you don't pay your city tax if you have not made any money in that first year.
Oh, that was him?
That was him.
Well, tell him I thank him very much for not paying those city taxes for all those years.
Because he understands that the first year is really a delicate year. So that was him as a city council. So interesting guy. We have to see, but some other things he talked about is, and I think we are all aware of this, is that politicians and political people have to be accountable. And for things to make a difference, there has to be accountability. And that we have to make sure those individuals are held accountable for their actions, because we put them in office. But very personable guy. I thought we had to have a meeting where we had to do a little pre-briefing before the show, and I thought he was going to have some limitations on questions, and he's like, no, I welcome any questions that you have, any concerns you have, and if you have any other concerns, reach out to me, because I want to take a look at it, and I don't want to be a person that's running for office that's using cliche lines. I want to be someone that's actually talking about subjects and conversations and concerns that you actually have.
That's good, because we can spot those BS lines from a mile away. So we're here to blast any one of those who decide.
Well, I will say this: since the last 5 years, prior to the president that we have right now, I think we didn't all become first level or graduate students in political science. I know that. Now we're all in tune in making sure that we understand what is happening, in especially when it pertains to our own community. So So I give us that. So we just got to keep up the fight. There's a big fight going on right now with infrastructure, and
Mm-hmm.
here's the thing I don't get. If as a homeowner, right,
Yeah.
if you know that your roof is leaking,
Yeah.
right,
Mm-hmm.
and that every year it's getting worse and worse, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's getting really bad. So
Yeah.
it comes a time when you say, you know what? Let me just go on and have the roof fixed before it caves in, because
Right.
if it caves in, it's going to cost me far more money, right?
Yes.
Right. So
Yes.
if I address the problem before it becomes a catastrophe,
Mm-hmm.
then that's a better thing. But if I
Yeah.
wait until a crisis takes place, then it's going to
Mm-hmm.
cost 3 to 4 times as much, because it's going to it's going to have some collateral damage to
For
go along
sure.
with it.
For
So
sure.
that's what I don't get about the infrastructure of
Mm-hmm.
this country. Why
Yeah.
would we not want to take care of the infrastructure? Why
It's
would
all
we
it's
not
all
want to build
politics,
bills?
man. It's all
But
politics. You know,
we're right.
one side wants the money, and the other side is trying to prevent the other side from getting some of the money. That's really what it
But
is.
it makes no sense, because infrastructure is a no-brainer.
You're right. Infrastructure is for everyone,
It's for
because
everyone.
you're building roads, you're building bridges, you're building sewer lines, you're building internet, you're building utility, water. All of those things are
Right.
infrastructure. Train, the trains, trainways, busways, all of that. But
Right.
because they show this lady in I think it's New Orleans. She lived right next to the highway for like 25 years.
Yes.
25 years. And I don't know if folks know that when you live near the roadways, the vehicle, every time a car or bus or whatever a vehicle go by, it kicks up carbon from the asphalt of the
Right.
street, right?
Right.
So
Right.
so when it kicks up that carbon, you're breathing that in. That's not good for the people living in that area. You see what I'm
True.
saying? And she lived next to that highway for 25 years. So can you imagine, her inside or breathing and all of
Right. Her
that?
breathing, all this stuff. And I don't know if I've been to New Orleans, and
Yeah.
I remember we were taking a tour bus to go look at a plantation, but we had to go across the bridge on the Pontchartrain river.
Yeah.
This was a sunny day. This was
Yeah.
a hot sunny day, not a
Yeah.
rain cloud in the sky. Hadn't rained for a week.
Yeah.
The water level on the river was at the base of the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
So, which means is when the rain actually did start, it's just going to wash over the bridge.
Oh, wow.
And so I was like, whoa, why? I'm expecting to, to look down and see the water,
Yeah.
way down to see the
Yeah.
water, not
Yeah.
where if I actually put my legs over the railing, if I was that crazy, that my toes would touch the water.
I'm telling you, man, it is crazy. And these are folks who've been managing our cities, our towns, our counties for years now, and they don't care about fixing those things. You
Yeah,
know?
it's
And-
insane. It's really insane. As a business owner,
yeah.
we teach our clients to head off drama and crises if you
Yeah.
can. So
Right.
shore up, make sure this is happening, make sure this is happening. So don't let this happen.
Yeah.
You want to be proactive, not
Right.
reactive. And I've always said, and I know in Los Angeles, we're always a reactionary a place than we are
Yeah.
a proactionary. And now that's one of the things that Mike Fuhrer talked about was the homelessness, and that there has to be, you can't solve a homeless problem if you don't have a program that prevents people from coming homeless in the first place.
Exactly.
Because as soon as you get one in a home,
Yeah.
25 others are out of that home. So
Yeah.
now you didn't increase that number by 24 people.
Yeah.
And so you cannot solve the homeless problem
Right.
by
Right.
allowing other people to lose their homes and become unhoused.
Exactly.
The new term, unhoused.
Unhoused.
Right. And then the streets, he even said it, we look like we're a third world country.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Alfred, how are you? Alfred, are you in Africa? Or are you in LA? Are you in the States?
I, th-
So
I, I think this is a great time to make a segue into our guest because a lot of what she does is helping to beautify and enhance the infrastructure of the city and all of that because she does a lot of graffiti removal, which she will explain to us. So let's go ahead and introduce our guest today.
all righty. Hey, Waleed, nice to have you on. Waleed has a statement there. Those against infrastructure are governed by hate and hypocrisy and bigotry. They would rather this nation collapse than what is safe, secure, and practical is a threat to national security. I
I
quite
totally agree.
agree.
I
Yeah,
totally agree,
totally.
Willeen. I totally agree, and that's why when we go to those polling booth to cast our votes, we need to be thinking about those things too. So when we bring in people to represent us, then we want to bring people who understand what we're doing. So, Crystal, do you want to go ahead and introduce our guests, or?
Yes, I don't have a bio, so we're gonna let her introduce herself. But I did read up on her on there was a on her Instagram, and it talked about some of the stuff that she was doing with young kids, helping them, I
Yes,
guess, help them clean up the city. And
yes,
so we are very happy to have you because
Miss.
sometimes you go into some areas, you're like, where the heck are we? Why does
Yeah,
the streets look this bad? Let me just stay in the car. Let me just stay in the
yeah.
car.
That's Miss Teresa McDonald. Our company is called URU Blight Patrol LLC, and she's been doing a lot of work in the community for a long time. I'm very impressed with the work that she's done. So I want her to share that with our viewers and the world as to what she's doing as a woman-owned business and the things that she has accomplished in a short space of time. So, without further ado, welcome,
Welcome.
Miss Teresa McDonald.
Thank
Welcome to the
you.
Business Zone.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. You guys can hear me
Yes.
clearly, right?
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, oh
Good,
yes.
good. I have some clarifications. So thank you for having me. First of all, URU Blight Patrol LLC is a for-profit, and I wanted to clarify that I have both a nonprofit and a for-profit. A lot of your compliments and explanations of me came from my nonprofit. So
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I hope I
Okay.
can clarify this. So, okay.
Okay.
URU stands for Ultimate Restoration Unlimited. That's my nonprofit. So
Okay.
since 2014, I need to say I because I started this just from a conversation with someone about how dirty our streets were.
Mm.
And
Hmm.
it blows my mind now that, you know, before this conversation, I definitely wasn't aware. I was just it was my neighborhood. I walked through it. I know I seen it, but I don't think I was too much aware of making a change. So from a conversation, I started to learn about different neighborhood civil liberties, like the neighborhood council.
Mhm.
Have you guys heard of the neighborhood councils,
Oh,
right?
Yes.
oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
oh yeah.
Yes, they are put in place to help the communities. They're to help us promote civil engagement with
Right.
right segue into the city. Um, and so learning about that was a realization awareness for me early on 2014. I started sitting in, listening to our complaints, our community complaints, and some of the city's responses, and a lot of it was centered around homelessness and things. But I really felt a strong um, connection with the litter, our street services, and
Mm.
so I noticed that the city would respond to our community about the street services, and it being active was our fault. It was like we wasn't reporting, we're not
Mhm.
active,
Mhm.
right? And so I quickly throughout my journey, I had to do a lot of trial and error, and so quickly at the beginning of learning this, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna create a website. I want to create a website to where the community has all the different reportings, different neighborhood issues that they can report at their fingertips at ease, less wording, just easier for us. And I thought that was the answer. So I made this website. I just felt a strong passion to my community, and I made this website, and I wanted to promote it. And you know what? If they're not reporting on the city website, they're not going to report on my website, right?
but you were hopeful, right?
Yeah, I was like, you know what, this is the answer. But I said, you know what, I had to go right back to the drawing board. That is not the answer, right? We need a system put in place, so I really, really felt strongly about this. Since 2014, the end of 2014, 2015, I've been gathering people from all around the city, not our community, because it was very hard at the beginning to get them active and and different things. But other people believed in the mission and came down to our communities and was helping me do cleanups, month-long cleanups every Saturday in the month. I was trying to go above and beyond, trying to make an impact for my community.
Wow.
And so 2020, I have been able to get our legal paperwork. This is where the greatness, like, I feel so good. We have our legal paperwork in place. I have a opportunity. We have paid opportunities for the community now. So instead of these participants cleaning our community for volunteer, hours, are once every week, now I'm able to pay, which I feel like we can put our youth on the streets a little bit more, a part-time job, job cleaning our communities. And so, yeah, wonderful. I felt, thank you. So URU is a resource center. Let me tell you why we are a resource center that hold community service programs that I just explained. We're known for our community service programs, but in 2020, we're a resource center because the community does not know about neighborhood councils. They don't know how to become active. And while our leaders are out there, our young leaders out there cleaning our community, they are also now, I've created a training manual for them. And so they're trained in civic engagements, so they can help educate the community, and we say, because that's how we believe, we can make the greatest impact.
Yeah, I read that on your Instagram, and so that's what I titled the show, creating a change in LA block by block, because I think that's so admirable. Now, you're a young person, so, and I saw that on there that you had graduated. You started all this while you were in college.
Well, you know what? I started this before, but I was intelligent enough to go back to college. So I've been holding class. I've been, a job, college, and a small business, all 2 businesses. I haven't even mentioned the second one, all in one since 2014. And it's difficult, but what school has helped me manage become almost an expert in time management, note taking, to keep me organized. And it gets difficult, but that was the best thing for me, to go back to school. No one told me to do this. I don't know. It just was an awareness while I was going through my community research, like what's going on out here, and I went back to school. Yeah, I did.
So the inspiration came, you just came out your door like the rest of us and went, we should not be living like this. Our neighborhood should not look like this, right? And then you just went to action.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
most of us close our eyes, right? You know,
Yeah.
the homeless situation all throughout Los Angeles, even when it's downtown. They come out of their high rises, they fail at money, they keep their eyes turned to the left so that they don't have to see the trash on the right hand side, but nobody does anything. But here you, a young person, said, no, we can do better.
Yeah. Yeah. And we really hone in and believe in the statement raise awareness, because a lot of us are, I say, kind of sleep. I mean, we can't blame our people. We can't
Right.
blame them when we try to, and I try to get my youth to be in the mindset of like, to be able to have a compassionate energy towards our people, and an awareness of what's happening and how we're trying to facilitate resources and be leaderships and proud representations in a community. So raising awareness is a really, really big thing for us, you know.
That's
So
very
how
good.
do so let me ask this. So do you go you recruit the kids from the communities that they live in, or do you go to the schools? How do you actually outreach to the kids? And I have a bunch of kids that I work with that maybe we can I can help out here as well. But how do you normally go about reaching these young people?
We are transitioning from our volunteer to our employment internship uh, department. So that's we envision to do it block by block, having the young person work within their block to, gain the most, proud representation that they could. So it's a journey right now. We're really, really, how can I say it? We're kind of, I don't want to say bound, but we are very, very much known in the Chesterfield Square CD8 area. That's my
Okay.
native area. And we've
Okay.
done a lot of work in that area and branded ourselves as leaders.
Okay. I run team of us run a group of we have a tennis program, and we're in the on 62nd and Halldale, so off
Okay.
of Western, and so the council office is around the corner from over there. So
Yes.
they support our program. But we have some young kids. Maybe we can create a service day for our young people, and especially our high schoolers that need internship hours and community hours. So maybe you and I can work out something with those kids. For the areas, and they come from all over the city,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
a lot of them come from that local area.
Yeah, when I met Gilbert, I'm like, I feel like I really, really have something here. I
You
really
do.
developed something. And I'm reaching out for a little bit of guidance, especially from our organizations, from our community, and our coaches, our business coaches. So since I've met you, Gilbert, I've learned that a really, really good connection for us would be the high schools, and let them know that of our program. So
Mhm.
definitely, we don't know what we don't know. So if you
Right.
know any connections with
Hmm.
helping us get tied in with probably LAUSD, or the city has a department, I think, of education. I don't know
Hmm.
how far I have to go, but yeah, I think this would be great for our high schoolers who need community service hours to complete um, their
And
school
right,
requirements.
exactly. And all of
Yeah.
them have to do about 200 hours in community service. So,
Hmm.
reaching out to the schools, charter schools might be a less bureaucratic
Yeah.
um,
Approach.
approach, reaching out to them. And then we got Linda on call here. Felicia Morris, thank you for tuning in.
Thank you,
Felicia has
Linda.
uh, Felicia Morris has a Morris Media Studios, which is where Gilbert and I started
That's
our
where we
journey.
started.
And so she's got a number of amazing podcasters over there. So maybe we can enlist some help from her
Yes.
to get you to the right people. And then we all got some connections. I think this is absolutely beautiful because we all, I run a nonprofit, Recycling Black Dollars, and it's all about our people, right? It's all about how we feel in the areas that we live in. And I think that's so important. If you can come out your house and be proud of where you live, that it's not full of trash and garbage and debris from the trees, it to feel like people just don't care. But when you come out your door, you sweep your staircase and your stairs and make sure it's nice and neat, then you feel pride in where you live, right?
Yeah.
um
Yeah.
Yes.
and I think that's a part of when we talk about gentrification, is they think we live in a place of blight because
Yeah.
we're not taking care of our places. But if we come out and the neighborhoods are clean and they're swept, and you tell people, hey, pick up that trash,
Yeah.
then they'll know that we care about where we live. Because if you go to
Right.
other areas, that's what they do in their community.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And,
absolutely.
and that's one of the things I was having a conversation. First of all, I want to give much props and respect to Teresa because I first connected with her on October 7th when we did that outreach for the grants, the Office
Okay.
Depot grant. So
Hmm.
she was one of the folks who was on the line, the webinar that we had
Okay.
to tell people about those grants. And then she just started communicating, and just her energy, her approach, her relentlessness. Those things I like in small businesses. So when I saw that, I said, "Oh man." She called me. I was busy. She called again. I was busy. She keeps calling. I love that because it shows me that,
Tenacious.
yeah, yeah. So when I spoke with her and she told me about this, I said, "Oh man, you are amazing." And she is in an industry that is historically is dominated by men. It's a male-dominated industry. So she steps in. She's doing what she's doing with the kids and communities, but she's also doing graffiti removal, debris removal, and all of those types of things as well.
So
So,
Well,
you,
let me clarify. No, I'm not.
oh, you're not,
oh.
you're not.
No,
I
I'm
thought, I
not.
thought, I
No.
thought you said you did graffiti removal.
We also report neighborhood issues to this community. So we are
Oh,
in the community cleaning, and then we are reporting. Those are the two functions.
oh, okay.
And we'll do an active goods service like food distribution and things like that. But graffiti removal is a department that the city has, and we oversee the city. Not oversee, but we make sure that the city is coming out and doing and rectifying these neighborhood issues. But no, we don't do anything with graffiti. So my for-profit, it's a litter and debris removal, demolition and hauling service.
Okay.
So
Oh.
yes, so this
Okay.
idea has stemmed from my community cleanups, and that I can make more profitable organization while I'm still doing, my community services. Let me tell you how I'm forming this litter and debris removal, demolition, and hauling service. So I have gotten my certifications in women business enterprise. I'm a minority business enterprise, disadvantaged business enterprise, and a CUCP, recognized by the CUCP. I think that's how you state it.
No,
Oh, look
it's
at
it's
you.
just say disadvantage enterprise. This
Okay,
disadvantage business enterprise. That's what
okay,
that is.
okay. So I did some footwork on this because I'm really passionate on this too, right?
Yeah.
So I'm working with a business coach, another business coach, that is helping me put together a team. And I have put together a team that I can, a skilled, qualified demolition and hauling service team, a team of 5 right now, while I bring the litter and debris removal experience into this. We're really trying to secure a contract from government agencies, federal, city, county, state, right, and all the
Wow.
levels. So I have did my footwork. I've done all the portals right now. That's what I have. We have accounts on all level agencies right now. We have our accounts set up. We have our cage number. Um, uh, what
You
else?
are so
Now,
impressive.
now you know why I tell you that
Oh my.
I was attracted to the way she was doing business, because she accomplished a lot for her business in a shorter space of time than many businesses that's been in business for like 10 years. You see what I mean?
I'm just blown away with how much work you've done and how passionate you are about this. And I also can see as you keep evolving and scaling, that because you have both a nonprofit and a for-profit, I can see you becoming a social enterprise. So also training young people how especially in the for those that what is it, the recidivism, where they're trying to get back into the work world and find skills, but training them how to do the hauling, do the driving, do all that sort of stuff, so that you can build your team. So now it's kind of like, have you heard of the homeboy bakeries?
Yeah,
Yes.
So
Hmm.
Home Bells Bakeries is a social enterprise. So
Okay.
yeah.
what they do is they teach those individuals that are trying to get, troubled youth and ex-offenders and things like that. They teach them a skill, and they learn that skill, which is the bakery, and then they actually work in the bakery to produce bread. So we got chefs, we got all the occupations that fall into that. So they have a training program that actually teaches them. So now these young people have skill sets, and they can go off and get other jobs, because a lot of times
Mhm.
our youth, even if you go to college, you don't come out of college with work experience, right? You go to college, you learn, but when it comes time to you come back on the street to find a job, you have no work experience. So now you
Right.
find yourself in a catch 22. You got a fantastic degree, but no
Yeah.
work experience. So nobody
Yeah.
wants to hire you.
Yeah.
So,
Well, this may help you a little bit, Teresa, and I'm sure I sent you this information, but I want to put it out there again for you and for all of our listeners and viewers on the Business Zone today. Again, this is the Business Zone with Crystal and Gilbert. We're on every Friday from 3 to 4. If you make the show spicy and nice, we extend it to 4:30. So just want to let you guys know. So the city of Los Angeles has launched a $25 million grant program to small businesses where they're allocating $5,000 in grant money to at least 5,000 small businesses. Again, I'll
mhm.
say it's $5,000 to 5,000 small businesses to help you. It's called the comeback cash or bring
Yeah.
back
Yeah,
Yeah.
cash or
come bring
something
back,
to
come
that.
back, crack, come back,
Something like that.
come
Right.
back, cash.
So
Hmm.
so I'm putting the information in the chat column here so you guys can check it out. This grant program expires or closes November 2nd.
The
So
second,
that's
yes.
that's in a few days. So check our chat here on the Business Zone. There's a link that you guys can access. And if you don't think your business is prepared and ready to go after this grant, you can give me a call. I'll put my number in the link or my email. You guys can reach out to me at the Los Angeles Urban League, and I will prep your business. I'll prep you guys to make sure you guys are ready for this. One of the key requirements for this grant is you got to operate your business within the city limits of Los Angeles, and
Hmm.
therefore you got to have a business license with the city of Los Angeles. So when I heard about this grant 2 days ago, I immediately contacted Teresa and I said, Teresa, here is a grant I think you should go for because you're more than qualified for this. After listening to all the wonderful things that she said, her company is doing. So I hope you applied for it, Teresa. Did
Yes.
you?
Yes. Yes. We
Okay.
are. Yes, we
Okay.
are. Keep our fingers crossed.
Okay.
but but you are doing, I mean, and and Gilbert marvels over this because we have long-term businesses that have not gone through the steps of making sure that all their paperwork is done. And you're
Yes.
proud that your paperwork is done.
Oh
That-
yeah.
What a nerd. I know, right?
Crystal, I even gifted her a complimentary copy of Small Biz Pro. I even gifted her so she can run her back office the right way. So
Thank you so much.
she's all set up, man. She's all set up. She's set up
I
and ready
really
to go.
appreciate it. Thank you, Gilbert.
Not a
I just think
problem.
I'm just so impressed. So how do you guys? So I know the holidays are coming up, and of course, food giveaway is big. I know my tennis program, we do a food giveaway for Thanksgiving along with the park, Jackie Tatum Harvard Park, and as well as um, Jackie Tatum Harvard Park and the city of Los Angeles, the council, as well as the police department. So do you have some things planned for November for Thanksgiving and Christmas
We
that you need
attended that last
volunteers
year. Huh?
that you need volunteers for?
Yes, exactly. But yeah, we will attend it again this year. We attended it last year. We was invited by the CD8 neighborhood council, actually.
Okay.
Yes. So I guess we're invited by you guys now. So we'll be there this year.
Okay. Well, yeah, I probably didn't even, well, I didn't know you at that time, but we do that every year,
I know.
handing out
I
food
know.
to our kids, to our community. And during the pandemic, we did it it was like every quarter we were doing it, handing out really amazing food. We partnered
Yeah.
up with some farmers markets, and they were able to bring us a lot of the delicious food. I mean, turkeys and
Yeah.
chickens and you name it. And then
It
for
was
the
some
holiday,
good food. Yeah.
we actually give away toys to some of the kids that are driving. They drive up, the parents, and it was a drive up last year, and will be a drive up this year as well. But I just love your social giveness. I love the fact that you're so young and you're taking a interest in your community. That
Crystal,
to me is amazing.
Crystal, she's a woman after our own heart, Crystal, because that's what we do. We
Yeah.
give away stuff too. So that's why we appreciate her so much, because she's doing the same thing that you've done with your clients and in the community. Same thing I've
Right.
done with my clients and in the community. So this is great. You're in good company and you're in a good club.
Thank you.
and,
Thank you.
and it's so funny because it's sometimes it's a thankless job, but you're not
Yeah.
doing it you're doing it because you love your people. You're doing it because you love the community that you live in. So even though sometimes it just seems like, people are not hearing us, know that people
Yeah.
are, and it may take some time, but know that people really do care about theirs. Sometimes you just need somebody to lead the pathway for you, right? To open up
Yeah.
the door
Yes.
and say it's
Mhm.
okay,
Yes.
that it's okay. We can
Yeah.
love our community. We
Yeah.
live
Right.
here. We can love our
Right.
community. And sometimes that's all
Yeah.
it takes, don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so
Yeah.
proud to do it. I'm really proud of doing it. And you know what? Just when I first started, my family was like, what? Why are you cleaning up, doing this type of stuff? But it's rewarding. And I didn't know why I was doing it. I just kept doing it year after year. I'm like, we need someone to show each other that it's okay. Right. So yeah, it's rewarding. And I wanted to say, yes, please let's get together, Crystal and Gilbert, but Crystal, because for this next giveaway, I'm proud that I can, put some of these youth on payroll for their volunteer service, volunteer service. So I think we can do something like that, gather them up or do some kind of outreach campaign and enroll them. It takes a while to enroll because they have to complete some job readiness, which is still good for them, some job readiness hours that is still paid. And then they're able to do the community service work. But I think we can do something for the Thanksgiving holiday.
Okay. And I'm going to introduce you to my co-director of Recycling Black Dollars. Her niece, I believe, is administrator over at ISEF. And so the high school. the one on Slauson and Crenshaw. And
Okay.
so, being able to create where kids can get some internships and get their community hours, that might be the first entry for you. And then we're working, our TIMS program is working on something with Audubon Junior High School.
Okay.
So maybe once we get that solidified, we can make that happen as well. So and then I have a lot of friends that are teachers, and that maybe they can direct you to the right people. I think this is excellent because kids are always looking for community hours and they
Mhm.
have a hard time finding them. So they just need to know, and they could just do those community hours in their own community.
Mhm.
Right.
They don't even have to leave their community and go
Right.
nowhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Linda Patterson said, "You are my inspiration for today." And Linda says she's so proud to hear that your paperwork is in order. My business just reopened, but while I've been closed since March 2020, I've made sure my paperwork, business license, seller
Nice.
permit, LLC,
Yes.
taxes are paid up to date and so important.
Yes, it is.
Oh
Gilbert,
yes.
Great
I
going,
think
Linda.
Gilbert, I think this is a good time to talk about the turn your business no's into yeses
Oh
pilot
yes.
that we have going, that we're
Oh
launching.
yes. Oh
So
yes.
we're launching a program online. And so Gilbert has an assessment program, which you may have already completed your information, Teresa. And that program assesses your business to find out where you have your no's and where you have your yeses. And then our role is we want to, this is going to be an online process, right? So where you have some areas, we'll talk about your SWOT, your strengths, your weaknesses, your threats, and your opportunities. Then we're going to bring in some very strategic colleagues to help guide you through that or give you some general ideas on how to increase the capacity and make sure that your businesses are running at their top level. So if
Yeah.
anyone is interested, you have to reach out to Gilbert. And he put his contact information in the chat. We do the assessment. Then we will then have guys will get a coaching session online with Gilbert and myself and our other colleagues. And then on the other side of that, we want to all celebrate that you've turned all your no's into yeses. And now you are an operational business. Gilbert can, just like Teresa here, get yourself certified. And then Gilbert is an expert in making sure to help you find those contracts that can really change how you do business. We want to make sure on the other side of the pandemic that we are thriving, not just surviving, because prior to the pandemic, we were just surviving. We need to be thriving. We need to make our community look no different than Culver City, look no different than Santa Monica,
Yeah.
or anywhere else on the west side that they are proud
Right.
to live. And if we do that, then we have control of our community.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Crystal, what's your phone number again, Crystal?
Uh,
213?
213-458-5859. Now, my expertise comes in with the accounting, the financial soundness of your business, making sure you understand how the money flows in, how the money flows out, also how to track it, how to utilize your accounting software systems to help grow your business, and then be able to produce the reports that you need. So if you need some assistance there, we can get you hooked up there as you start bringing in more and more money, and be able to track and produce all of the reports that you need, the financial reports, and also use it as a tool to analyze how the soundness and the strength of your business. So that's what we do.
This is a good tool, a great tool. And I'm really proud to be a part of your center and have you guys coaching me, and to have the tool that the Biz Pro, because I was trying to, cross my T's and dot my I's, and it's so much. It will drive you crazy. And I didn't know what I don't know, right? And it's like,
Right.
I have QuickBooks. I was paying for QuickBooks. And then you have 1-800 accountants. And it was different, and I needed somebody to even be over that. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't even know that, but it was just holding all those things together was, it did drive me crazy. I had to let it go. I'm like, you know what, I can't do this. But I felt like I didn't know what I didn't know. I'm like, we have to, I'm telling my business partner, we have to, which is my boyfriend. I'm like, we have to have, right, my business partner.
Right.
We have to have our back office, and we didn't know what that consists of. So I really, really appreciate. And when we were doing it, Gilbert, I was depleted that day. I was tired.
I know.
I was a little overwhelmed, but it is a great tool, and I'm excited to get to it and put all that information in and have everything in one place. There's so many great components. I don't want to probably give away. I don't know how much I can say, but
you can give away as much as you want, because the viewers need to understand the beauty of what you're experiencing. So yeah, tell them all about it.
The back office, everything is organized in one place, and that's just had my head like, okay, because I was a little overwhelmed talking to you. But when you were going through the whole portal, the portal is simplified. It's not difficult, especially once you showed me around. I'm like, okay, everything is one place. My contracts, my contract opportunities is there, right there, and right now, like I showed you, I'm like, I have that, but it's scattered. So I'm like, I've been holding on to others. I'm trying to keep it together. I have that. Show me something different. But the beauty of it is it's all in one place, and it's and not only is it in one place, what you don't have. I guess it ties into the yeses and nos, because you know what you don't have, and not only that, it tells you how to get it, and the steps and things like that. So I'm like, oh, this is I can't wait to get to it, So
well, that is absolutely fantastic. This is like the ideal type of client that just excited about making sure that the back office is prepared. Now, you said you had QuickBooks and let it go. So are you using some sort of system now or none?
None.
So
other than Biz Pro, no.
Okay. So there is a software out there that I recommend, especially for new businesses. It's called Wave Accounting Software. And it does the exact same thing that QuickBooks does, but it doesn't cost you anything. Okay. So that's easier to manage, free. Awesome. And then I can teach you how to use it. And then that way you can generate your report. So I'm looking at, with the Urban League, having a class and teaching you. And if you want to get started sooner than later, we can schedule some time through Urban League. You can become make sure you fill out your paperwork over there, and then you can ask for me and I can help you get it up. I can get you up and running in 6 hours. So those are broken 3 sessions, and you are completely up and running, completely controlling all of your financials and being able to produce your financial report and understand what they are for and what you're doing. So I don't just teach you the software. I teach you basic understanding of accounting and bookkeeping, so that you understand where everything goes. So if you want that, reach out to my phone number is right there. But we Gilbert can get you over to she signed up with the Urban League, right?
Yeah, I think she signed up because that day she did I think she did an intake. With Bonnie.
Well, then you just go and we'll get you. Okay, Linda, we'll get you into the system at Urban League, and schedule an appointment. So call me, schedule an appointment, and we can get you going. Absolutely. And that's all you need.
And you're going to enjoy working with her, because to me, she's the kind of client we want, because she listens, she applies things. She doesn't, those clients, you give them homework assignment, they don't do anything, then they come back with all kinds of excuses. She's not that. She's not that. So she's easy to work with, and we love that kind of stuff. Now, I want to say to all of the participants and all of the viewers and listeners out there watching this show today, the Business Zone, I implore you to register with the Los Angeles Urban League. I'm going to put the link in the chat. Register so Crystal and I can help you guys out. Okay? We can help you with your business, get it set up just like we're doing with Teresa, and get you guys to the next level. So when these grants come up, and there are so many grants coming down the pike, there is $400 million in cash grants coming down the pike for small businesses. 400 million in cash grants. Cash means you get the money.
Right.
It doesn't mean that
And you
it
don't have,
doesn't.
so cat, it means you don't have, it's not a loan and you don't have to pay anybody back. That's what it means.
Exactly.
It's yours.
Exactly.
It comes in and on your balance sheet as
It's on your
other
balance sheet.
income.
Yes. There you
It comes
go.
on your profit and loss as other income. Wileen asked me, this way better than FreshBook. Yes, FreshBook is just an invoicing system. If you're going to have an accounting software system, you want it to do both your accounts receivable and your accounts payable, because if not, you still have a manual transactions to happen. You want everything in one place, so that when you go to generate a report, it will give you all of the information that you need. So that's the difference between FreshBooks. FreshBooks just will produce you some beautiful invoices and manage your accounts receivable. But it would be so nice if we didn't have expenses to go with businesses, but we do. So there's the accompanying function to accounts receivable is accounts payable. So you have money coming into your business and you have money coming out of your business, and you have to track both. And then by tracking, subtracting out your cost of goods and your expenses, that's how you get your net profit. And that's important, because I remember in the beginning when they had the PPP loans and grants and the EIDL grant, they were asking people for their gross profit and their net profit. And one asked for net profit, one asked for gross profit. So if you answered gross profit, you got more money. If you answered net profit,
you get
then
less
you got
money.
less money. And the people just didn't understand it. So that's why it's so important to understand the terminology that goes along and understanding accounting and bookkeeping. It does make the whole process a lot simpler. So
you know how I usually symbolize that, Crystal? A net. Think of a net. Like when you're fishing with a net, there are some holes in the net. And some of the fish are going to go through the net. The water is going to go through the net, right? And whatever is left over is what you have. So that's your net. When net profit means you pay all your taxes, all your expenses, and all of those things, right? That's what we're talking about. But Crystal, I'm thinking,
my explanation is even better than that. You have a bank account at home. You put your salary in there, or you put some money in there, and other transactions come in from your bank. And at the end, you have a subtraction. You either have a whole number or you have a negative number. So the goal is to have a whole number, and you can associate that with your own bank account. Forget the business side, your own bank account. So that's how I explain it. It's no different than managing at home than managing for business. It's no different.
Crystal, do you think November 17th would be a good day to do a workshop with Wade?
I don't know. I have to look.
That's a Wednesday.
Yeah, I have to look and see who else has got me under contract.
Okay.
So let me after offline, then I can put together a date. We will have a flyer up, and then we will get it out to you guys.
So Crystal is going to look at our calendar, folks, and she will let us know if the 17th, November 17th, is a good date. We will do the advertising and promotion at the Los Angeles Urban League, so you all can get notified and you guys can participate. This will be a virtual webinar, and you guys need to come ready and prepared to play, because you never know in these webinars who's going to be there and who's going to offer what opportunity. You always want to be ready for an opportunity.
Right. And this would be about the time. I usually only offer accounting software training at the end of the year because everybody's got some interest. So you should be getting ready so that by December 31st, all of your transactions are posted in the
Right.
correct account, and also that you can get your 1099s out in the appropriate time frame. And then come January, just hand your tax preparer, your enrolled agent, your profit and loss statement and a general ledger, and you go on about your business and you've already got your taxes done, as opposed to waiting till March 15th or April 15th, and you then pulled your hair out up until that point, and you just go into complete frenzy in April. So,
Just,
um,
just so you
so
guys know, Crystal is my official preparer of 1099. So when I have my consultants that I've been paying throughout the year that I hired to do work for me, I just collect all the data and provide it to Crystal and say, okay, Crystal, please prepare my 1099s for me. And you got to do that way ahead of time. You don't want to wait until January because that's too late. So you want
yeah,
to do
that's
it.
way.
You want.
And I'm gonna
Go
tell you
ahead,
why that's
Crystal.
too late. I'm gonna tell you why that's too late. Because by January 15th, that you can't even
Yeah,
find the 1099 forms. I
exactly.
order a big bulk of them in November. Like I will be ordering my 1099 forms in November and early December.
Yeah.
And come December, and people come to me that last day before it's time to turn it in. I don't have any forms. That's and that for me is my cutoff. I'm not
Right.
ordering any more forms. I don't have any more forms.
Right.
Because you got to get that stuff out there early. You got to do it
Yeah.
early. So, but by December 31st, if you already have all of your accounts in order, then it's a simple running a report and it's done. So Wileen says she signed up. Linda says she signed up. Uh, Teresa signed up. Any other
Yes.
takers out there? So by the time we are ready for the class, we already know who's coming. So
let's put your email here, Crystal, so they can go ahead and send you the information so we can sign them up. So what's your
okay.
email?
So my email is cmitchell544 at gmail.com. So tell me something, Teresa. So what can we do to help you promote your business and help you get to wherever you want to go, whatever your goals are?
So lately, I've been developing like what my goals are, right? I'm like, you know what? I'm doing this stuff. What are my goals? And I haven't put them in context too clearly, but I hope you get what I'm saying. I want my my resource center, sorry, that holds youth programs.
Uh-huh.
My resource center, I want to stabilize some funding that flows into us. Um, um, that's how,
So you want
I
to be able to
know
get some
other
grants and
centers.
funding to be able to extend
Yes,
your
it's
program.
like
Okay.
something we
Okay.
can know that we can depend on every quarter or something like that, and in between grants, we
Okay.
know that
Okay.
something's going to stabilize us. And for my for-profit, it's just continuing working with Gilbert, getting my back office, getting understanding of how to apply for the contract itself, and securing the bag. I feel good in both. I just want to secure the bag.
Okay. Okay. Sounds fantastic. I am just so impressed with you. You are so
I know.
inspiring for every young person out there being able, because most young people are not connected to doing this God's work. This is called God's work.
Yes.
Anytime you stepping out of taking care of just self, but you're taking care of a whole
Yes.
community, a whole neighborhood, you're doing God's work. And so I am very rarely we find someone your age that is that passionate about what you're doing. Your parents should be so proud of you. So proud of you. And I can see right now where you are, and 10, 20 years from now, you are going to be an absolute force to be reckoned with. I can
Thank you.
see it because I can see anytime you are at this age and you've already realized how important your community is,
Hmm.
that by the 10, 20 years from now, you will be like me. I've been working in the community for since I was 17, and sometimes it's a thankless, sometimes it's thankless in the beginning, but then eventually people really recognize that what you're
Yeah.
doing, and you're applauded for it. So I applaud you for someone who's been out here working hard for my people, because I love my black folks. I love my community. I'm unapologetic about it, and my goal is to bring you resources and information to help you become better people. And so I think, Teresa, you're very much a kindred spirit. So I really feel you. And however I can help you, whatever resources I have that I can help you, let me know. And I
I
will
will
be there
stay
for you.
connected. Thank
Okay.
you.
So that is pretty awesome. Gilbert, thank you so much for bringing her on,
I knew
inviting
you.
her.
I knew you would like her, Crystal. I
Oh
knew
my
it.
God.
When I was talking to her this week, I said, "Man, I know Crystal would like her. Let me get her on the show. Let me
And
get her
I'm
on
gonna
the show."
ask her if so. I do a through the Urban League. I do a biz camp. I teach young people how to be entrepreneurs, and so myself and my partner Rhonda Hobart, we've been doing this for a number of years. The program has been around for about 15 years. We've probably serviced close to 1,500 young people, and we bring them in, we teach them how to start their own business. We then at the end of the course, they compete for a monetary prize, and then from there they become alumni, and we continuously help them find monies and for their business. And so I would love, Biz Institute starts in November. I would love, it's virtual, have you talk to our kids about your journey as a business owner. Um, that would be pretty awesome. So if you're interested in doing that, I can send you, we can give you some dates. We meet virtually every other Saturday, and kids will be competing for a competition. Um, for I think it's $10,000 in April, so we're bringing them all together. So would love for you to speak with our kids on this entrepreneur journey that you're on, and
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that would be fantastic. And especially since you school was incorporated in that,
Hmm.
and that's important, right? Because going back
Yes.
to school gives you the resources that
Yeah.
you need. And with that, I am going to have to brag a little bit, because one of my kids, this is one of the kids that came out of this program, Miss Amila Charles. Amila actually, she won. There, you guys should be able to see her.
Oh
She
wow.
won $10,000. She is co-winner of the National Challenge Champions. This is a nifty organization, network for teaching entrepreneurship. This is the course work that we teach her, and so she was one of the top three. And then they decided they had a glitch in technology, and so all three of these young ladies are going to be celebrated as the national champion for 2021. So we're so proud of her. She won $10,000 that will go toward her business. She also won another award with the National Congress of Women. I think she got another $10,000 there. And so she created this hair care product called Curly Crowns Hair Care. And so you can actually go to her website, buy the hair care product. It's for natural hair for men and women. So she has a beard care product as well for bald head men and for men with full heads of hair, as well as women. She's 16 years old.
Wow.
And so very, very proud of Mila.
and just so you guys know, Crystal has a personal hand in grooming, nurturing, fostering this young entrepreneur. She was
Yeah.
one. She was one of those that you took to that competition with about what, like 45 competitors, right?
Yeah, there were
And she
46.
won first prize.
She in that particular competition, she came in third. She
She
came in
came in
second
third.
place. So we had
Second.
last year for YEC, we
Yes.
got first, second, and third, fourth, and fifth place winners. We took
Yes.
we just swept the whole
Yeah,
competition.
that's what I'm talking about.
And
That's
this
how we
year,
roll.
that's how we roll. We ain't coming in there, but I'm sure they're gunning for us this year though. But we are taking first and second, so I may give them the other three, but they not getting. But we taking first and second, and it was so funny, Gilbert. I was on a I was on a call the other day, and they were talking with some other instructors, and so they said, "Well, Crystal, no, they were saying this is how they teach." They were talking about how to condense the program and how to be more innovative about the program and how to shorten the program, because the program is a 9-month program that we condensed to a 30-day program, half day for those 30 days.
Right.
So in school, they got it every 2-3 times a week for
Uh-huh.
9 months. My kids get it for the month of July, and they're only in class from 9 to 12 o'clock.
Mm-mm-mm.
And prior to the virtual classes, we used to do it in 10 days. So we condensed the 9-month program into a 10-month program. Kids slid through and they were winning left and right. So they said, uh, one of our friends, colleagues, Connie says, "So let me tell you what the winners are doing. The winners are condensing, and the winners are LA and Florida." So, and my kids are one of the winners. So I'm so proud of that program. So proud of those kids, and they are
That's
learning. And
amazing.
so Amila reminds me of you. She is so connected to the community. She is is a member of the NAACP, the National Women of Congress. That she is just out there doing her thing. I see her as a politician in the future, definitely an attorney, but I actually see her in public office. And I think I probably see you, Miss Teresa, possibly in
Thank
public
you.
office as well.
I would
Because
love to be a part of this youth entrepreneurial. What is it? What is it? Tell me again. Because I'm so proud
Biz
of her. It's like I would love to be a part of this.
so
Camp.
it's called BizCamp. We teach
Okay.
a curriculum called Network for Teaching Entrepreneurship, and so I'm a certified teacher, and so is Rhonda Hobart. And so we teach. They give us the curriculum. The kids come to us with nothing. No, they don't even have a business idea, most of them. And so we in the first 4 days of the camp, I helped them develop an idea. And then the next week,
Okay.
they're really doing the research to see the feasibility of that idea. And then the week after that, they're putting that together on a pitch deck, and then they're practicing with the colleagues that we bring in, and they're doing their financials and their marketing strategy campaigns, their all the paperwork that you were talking about. And then on the last week, they're actually practicing so that they can pitch before judges. So that's the program. And then Biz Institute is the result of us having done this for so many years. And we the kids, after they leave us, no one continues on. So then we implemented Biz Institute 2 years ago, and so now they come back in November, and we take those businesses that they created over the summer, and now we start to develop it and create it into a full
Amazing.
business. And then, because they're young, in order to capitalize their business, we put them in competitions,
Mm-hmm.
and then they compete all around the countryside. So the national competition was in New York. So she competed. Um, it was 33 participants from around the country, from every school. And I mean, some of the business ideas are absolutely amazing. So definitely will love you to talk to the kids. If you want to work with us, you can pop in and say hello to the kids. And during the summer, we actually have an intern. We have paid interns that come in and work with the kids and get them ready. We can use you as a judge. We can use you as the mentor, whatever it is.
Sign me up. Sign me up, okay? I want to be a part of that. That is amazing. Changing
Yeah,
these babies' lives. And
changing.
that is amazing.
Yeah.
Love
So
it.
if you got any kids in your group that want to participate, then
Yes.
I think we just put out a flyer. I can send that over to you.
Yes, please do. Our
Okay.
resource center, I want to hold all these type of resources so we can have them as we are in the community. It's almost like mobilizing these type of resources so the community knows what's going on, what they can be involved in and stuff. So I would
Yeah.
love to have this under my resource center, and I would love to be a part of it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to send you the information because our kids are always saying, I don't know what's out there
Yeah.
because they don't get that
Right.
in school. So that's why we're out here. So,
Me
Sir,
Vivian, thank you so much.
thank you, Vivian. Appreciate your feedback. And
Yeah.
just so you know, many of these youth entrepreneurs, they are so put together and formalized in their business plan delivery, their message, their vision. It's so amazing. Some adults cannot
Yeah.
compete with some of these youths because I've seen the youth present their businesses and I'm going, man, these guys are speaking like they're on Shark Tank.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
and a lot of the grown clients that I have are not even close, not even close to some of these kids. Crystal had a competition with them. Was it August, Crystal? August or September?
Yeah, it was in July.
A pitch competition where they were pitching their products and services.
Yeah.
Even the ones who lost sound much better than many of my clients.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah. I was
So
trying to
Crystal, you're
see.
doing a phenomenal job, man.
I
You're
was
doing a
trying to see
phenomenal job.
if it's before we close out the show. Let me see if I can find
Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead and
I
find one of those.
find her competition because Rhonda sent it to me.
Yeah,
And let me see if I can find it.
that is
Because
so
you
phenomenal.
guys would be
Isn't it on the website, Crystal? Isn't it on the Urban League website?
no, it's not on the no, it's not on the website yet. I think we just got it. Let me see if I can find it. Rhonda, I know, sent it to me.
So in the meantime, while you're doing that, I'm gonna put up Teresa's information so you guys can know how to get a hold of her and how to contact her if necessary. And also, I want to put that grant program on there again. So if you guys want to apply for this $5,000 grant with the city of Los Angeles, it closes on November 2nd. If you guys, your business is not ready, and I know every small business feel like their business is ready until we give them our assessment test. Then we find out. Then we find out they're not really that ready. But yes, I want you guys to go ahead and apply for these grants. $5,000 can really help your business. And then come to us and we will prepare you in getting bigger money opportunities.
And
Okay?
here's what I say about the 5,000. I know that some of those grants are specifically for operations and things like that, and for paying back rent and things like that. But some of the other
Yeah.
grants that are out there, I suggest to our clients or to my clients that use that money on something that's going to help increase the revenue in your business. So if you
Yes.
need a social media manager, for use that money to be able
yeah,
to hire one that's really good at what they do. If you need
Yes.
your website upgraded, then use
mhm,
that money to upgrade, because these are the items, these are will help you um grow and increase your revenue, increase your exposure. If you need a coach, then use that money to help them take it, making sure that it's going to help you generate more revenue coming in your door, whatever that is. So not just to put it all to a bill,
Yeah.
put it to something that's going to
yeah.
increase the revenue that then will help you pay those bills. That's
And
what I
even a bookkeeper, that's one of the first and foremost things you want to get in your business. Having a bookkeeper who understand what's going on. Having a bookkeeper who understand the different accounting methods. There are two of them,
right.
two accounting methods. Many bookkeepers don't know that. So if you ask them which accounting methods am I using, and they go, what do you mean? Fire them. Fire them immediately.
Or better yet, today I was working with a client, and so she was trying to understand. She's in the graphic business, so she was trying to understand her mock-up, the mocking up her markup of her pricing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And so we were working through it, and then finally I explained it to her, and she said, "No one, I mean, no one has been able to tell me that and explain
yeah,
that the way you explained it." And so
yeah.
I just had to chuckle, and I said, "Because I'm good at what I do."
Exactly, exactly,
but
exactly.
but it's important, and that's another class on making sure that you're hiring the right
The
people,
right people,
the
yes.
right people to do the right things for you.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna find that for next month, for next week's show. I can't find it right now, but I'll find it, and then but I'm gonna share. I'm gonna send over to you, Teresa, the flyer, so that if you have any
Yes.
kids, we have a class starting next week, November 6th. It's going to be our first class. It's on a Saturday. It's virtual,
Okay.
and it's from 2 to 5. And then
Mhm.
we starting to develop the kids. We have a competition that's going to take place in April. And so we want to get them ready so that they can compete with their business. So if they have any business ideas or anything, we'd love to have them to be able to help them. So I'll get
Ter-
that over to you.
Teresa, Vivian Bowers Cohen said that you are awesome. You're doing awesome work. I say you're doing super awesome work. And it's
Thank
amazing.
you.
You are welcome to come back anytime on the Business Zone to speak about your progress and the
Yeah.
improvements. And of course, I'm going to hold you accountable. So the next time we meet, we're going to go over your Small Biz Pro back office and make sure everything is in place, right?
Absolutely. I will be prepared and ready. I'll have something for you.
All
All
right.
right.
Sounds good.
Well,
Sounds
it
good.
has been an awesome
Thank
experience. We
you.
we about an hour in, an hour and a half in. So we want to
Yeah.
thank you. This has been an excellent opportunity to meet you. Where I'm so inspired by you, and I see so many amazing things on the horizons for you.
Yeah.
And as Gilbert says, your tenacity will take you wherever you want to go, young lady. And
That's
to be
right.
at this age, to be so sure about what you're passionate about and where you're going, that's pretty
Yeah.
awesome. So
Thank you.
we want to
Thank you for
thank you
having
for
me.
being on the Business Zone. Gilbert put her contact information. Donate to her to her nonprofit organization. Volunteer. Go help this young lady clean up the community. So if you
Yeah.
in Chesterfield Square, we ain't hearing that you're not available.
Right.
We are challenging you to do what this young lady is doing. That's what we're doing today. We're challenging you guys.
It's a big
All
task.
it's a time. So with that, we want to thank you all for tuning in. All our guests over here. We had some new people. We had Vivian Bowers. We had Alicia Morris stepped in. We had Alfred. We had
Linda
Greg,
Patterson.
Linda Patterson. Linda, I want you on the show. And so it's been great. Thank you guys. Go over to our YouTube channel. And Teresa, if you'll do that as well, YouTube channel, subscribe to the Business Zone with Crystal and Gilbert. We are here every Friday afternoon at 3 o'clock, and we are bringing you some incredible people that you get to know and get to have chit chat with. We are so happy that you guys support our show. And we got some surprises on the horizon as well. So stay tuned for that. And with that, Mr. Gilbert, are we ready to go out?
We are out.
As a small biz pro, so we roll, using procurement, program and control. As a small biz pro, so we grow, using procurement, program and control. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur.